The Apotheosis of Washington, a Baconian allegory of the new Atlantis of the United States of America. In this video, we look at the famous Apotheosis fresco, which is underneath the rotunda of the famous dome of the Capitol building. It is a fresco full of classical symbolism relating to the birth of America. The famous fresco of the Apotheosis of Washington by Constantino Brumidi is an allegory and visual representation of Bacon's New Atlantis, land of the Rosicrucians, the philosophical and scientific blueprint behind the secret history of the United States of America. The fresco depicts the first president of the United States, George Washington, after whom its capital is named, in the heavens in the divine and mystical process of apotheosis, of becoming a god. He is draped in purple and surrounded by figures from classical mythology. He is flanked to the left by the goddess Victory and Fame, blowing a trumpet, and to his right the goddess of Liberty. Forming a circle between the goddesses of Fame and Liberty are 13 figures, each with a 5-pointed star above her head, representing the original 13 colonies, the same 5-pointed stars on Francis Bacon's coat of arms. Positioned across the circle is a banner with the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, out of many, one, which also appears on the Baconian Great Seal of the US and $1 bill. Surrounding Washington, the 2 goddesses and the 13 figures are 6 scenes around the outer ring, representing war, art and sciences, marine, commerce, mechanics, and agriculture. The figure of George Washington, the first President of the United States, founded by Francis Bacon and his Rosicrucian Freemasonry Brotherhood, serves a double purpose. On the one hand, it openly depicts Washington, and on the other hand symbolises Bacon. In his left hand, Washington is holding a sword on which can be traced the letters FB, standing for Francis Bacon. To the left of Washington appears the goddess of Victory and Fame, an allusion to the anonymous Rosicrucian manifesto Fama Fraternitatis, printed in the volume titled Universal Reformation of the World. This was a clear statement of intent that commenced with the new Atlantis of the United States of America, embodying the high ideals of liberty, fraternity, and equality, and a secret plan to eradicate war, famine, disease, and poverty, to create a family of humankind living in peace and harmony. The Goddess of Fame also appears on the History of the Royal Society frontispiece, just behind Francis Bacon, the inspiration for the Royal Society. To the right of Washington is the Goddess of Liberty, or Columbia, the personification of the United States of America. She is holding a book whose 2 pages are blank, leaving it secret and unidentified. Who is its author, and what is the title of this mysterious book, which the artist has deliberately kept hidden and secret from us? If we look closely at it, we can see the right hand of Washington, with its 4 fingers and a thumb, falls across its 2 pages, and the 4 fingers of the left hand of the Goddess of Liberty, resting on the top of the secret book, provides us with a total of 9, which is reached by 3 times 3, 33, Bacon in simple cipher. If we look at the shape of her hand, reading from left to right, we are able to discern the letters NA for Bacon's New Atlantis, the scientific and philosophical blueprint of the United States of America. Directly below Washington are 6 allegorical frescoes symbolising the overt and covert story of the United States of America, beginning with war. Freedom, also known as Columbia, depicts the goddess fighting for liberty, wearing a red cape the colour of Bacon's Rosicrucian Brotherhood, with a helmet mounted with a bird representing a phoenix. On her helmet can be seen a row of 5-pointed stars, the same as the ones that appear on Bacon's shield on his coat of arms. In her right hand her sword is raised, and in her left hand she is holding a shield in the colours of the US flag, trampling the figures of tyranny and kingly power. To her left is a bald eagle carrying arrows and a thunderbolt, reminiscent of the eagle depicted on the Baconian Great Seal of the United States of America and Baconian $1 bill. The Roman goddess Minerva and the Greek equivalent Pallas Athena is the shaker of the spear, from where Bacon derived his nom de plume Shakespeare. She is portrayed wearing an invisibility helmet which can render her invisible, like Bacon and his Rosicrucian brothers, who were known as the Invisibles. To her left stand three scientists, the Bacon apostle and Freemason Benjamin Franklin, in front of whom is a sword with a red cross on it, the symbol of the Rosicrucian Brotherhood. Samuel F.B. Morse, which, aside from his initials F.B. being the initials of Francis Bacon, is mostly known for his Morse code, a binary system likened to the binary system of Bacon's biliteral cipher, employed in his Shakespeare works. Thirdly, the American inventor and engineer Robert Fulton, who designed and produced Nautilus, the first practical submarine, which was referred to by Bacon in New Atlantis. In the College of Solomon's House, the symbol of the central legend of Freemasonry, the Rosicrucian philosopher-scientists pursue research into all the arts and sciences for the future benefit of humankind. This shows Neptune, the Roman sea god, holding a trident in his left hand with a crown of seaweed atop his head, riding in a shell-shaped chariot drawn by seahorses. The Shakespeare Rosicrucian manifesto, The Tempest, begins with an inspired dramatic enactment of the tempest faced by the Sea Venture, which occurred off the coast of Bermuda as the colonists headed to Virginia, representing the dramatic, symbolic portrayal of the birth of what became the United States of America. Mercury, the Roman god of commerce, messages and communications, commonly identified with the Greek god Hermes, the fleet-footed messenger of the gods, is often depicted as having a bag of money, from whence comes the phrase hermetically sealed, suggesting secrets difficult to uncover, and hermeneutics, the art of interpretation of texts, paintings, and in this instance frescoes. His winged cap gave him the power of invisibility. In the fresco, Mercury Hermes is depicted with a winged cap and a caduceus, a symbol representing printing, writing and eloquence. He is passing a bag of money to American Revolutionary War financier Robert Morris. In his fable Perseus, or War, Bacon combines the swiftness of Mercury with Pluto's helmet of secrecy and power of invisibility, so beloved of Bacon and his invisible Rosicrucian Brotherhood. Here, Vulcan, the Roman god of fire and the forge, is depicted standing at an anvil, with his foot on a cannon next to a pile of cannonballs, with several figures involved in various acts of work and industry. To the right of the cannonballs, the large instrument is shaped like an F, and next to it the trolley forms the letter B, the initials of Francis Bacon. The role of inventors and the mechanical arts form a core part of Bacon's great instauration and his New Atlantis, the scientific handbook for the United States of America. Ceres, the Roman goddess of agriculture, is shown with a wreath of wheat and a cornucopia, symbol of plenty, the fruits of the endeavours of Bacon's Rosicrucian brothers in New Atlantis, while sitting on a mechanical reaper. To the right, the personification of young America in a liberty cap holds the reins of the horses, while the goddess Flora gathers flowers in the foreground, an allusion to Bacon's essay of gardens and themes in his Shakespeare play The Winter's Tale. Included in the Shakespeare play The Tempest, a dramatic enactment of the birth of America, is the Mask of Ceres. Like a Rosicrucian brother, Prospero, a dramatic portrait of Bacon, is able to render himself invisible and watch over all those around him, while they are incapable of seeing him, even when he is right in front of their eyes. The Grand Master of Ceremonies directs the Masque of Ceres, in which 3 spirits impersonate the goddesses Ceres, Iris and Juno. Once the symbolism is interpreted, we see that the Apotheosis of Washington is an allegory of Bacon's New Atlantis, the philosophical and scientific blueprint of the New World. And above, on the US Capitol, stands the Statue of Freedom, a disguised statue of Francis Bacon, the secret founding father of the United States of America.